You guys really like it whenever I talk VHS, and luckily for you, I like talking about VHS, so I'm here to deliver. With the infamous Backrooms photo mystery being solved just last year, I figured now was a good time to blend my love with VHS and my love of liminal spaces. But what is a liminal space exactly? Since you clicked on this video, I assume that you already have a pretty good idea, but if not, I'll try my best to explain it here. Liminal spaces are something that have taken the internet by storm in the past several years. Photos like these invoke certain feelings in people: nostalgia, comfort, discomfort, otherworldly, even scary. Liminal itself essentially means a transitional space.
Into the space between spaces.
No, not that. But a transitional space, a place where you don't spend a lot of time. A hotel, a gas station while out on a road trip. It can even be something as simple as a hallway. Something between point A and point B. Or you can twist the definition even further and say that a liminal space itself is a bend of reality, a transition between what is real or natural versus what is fake or unnatural. Some of these places exist, but the lack of people or the change of environment or something in the picture makes them unnatural. An empty school in the middle of the night is something that exists in our world, but something we most likely have never experienced. We never go to schools at night, and the lack of people makes this familiar place slightly unfamiliar. Hence, this is a liminal space. Thinking a bit more abstract past the definition of liminal, I find that the best liminal spaces come from this familiarity. Many parks people my age used to go to as kids looked like this, or maybe like this. And again, the nostalgia and familiarity makes these pictures comfortable, but the environment around it makes it uncomfortable. Thus, we get the space between comfort and discomfort, liminality. And to put it as abstract and simple as possible, the best definition of a liminal space that I can give you is just a vibe. If the picture gives you a vibe of a liminal space, then hey, congratulations. It's a liminal space. I guess in the end, you either get it or you don't. Most people in my generation are fascinated with pictures that ooze liminality, but it probably doesn't hit older generations the same way. I want to make a bigger liminal space video in the future where I actually go out and take my own liminal space pictures, which is something I've dabbled in already. If you take a look on screen, ooh, yeah, look at that. Isn't that just amazing? Ooh, yeah, look at all the liminality in that photo. Ooh, what about that one? Ooh, yeah, keep them coming. But that bigger video idea is going to require a lot of time and a lot of planning to do, so this VHS project is gonna have to do for now. And I promise whenever I make that big liminal space video in the future, I will come up with a better, more concrete definition of a liminal space. It's hard to explain. It's like trying to explain to someone when you gotta go pee. It's like, how do you explain the feeling that you get whenever you gotta pee? You just can't do it. Since both liminal spaces and VHS tapes are something that invoke nostalgic feelings in many people, combining the two only seems natural. I've always wanted to make a VHS mixtape of sorts for a while, and this seems like the perfect one to start with. But those compilations that introduced me and so many others to the art form of liminal spaces is really what I'm taking inspiration from here. It's really what I'm creating. I'm gonna go into the wild west of the internet and scour the web for the best liminal space pictures. I'm gonna combine them all in a slideshow with some music, and voila, untouchable vibes. So now we start compiling all of this stuff together. So here's what I have so far. You can see here I got DaVinci Resolve pulled up. I have this in a 4:3 aspect ratio since we are doing this on VHS. So I have that going, and it seemed appropriate to open with the dictionary definition of liminal just lifted from Google right there. And then you go forward, and just to kick off the whole thing, we have the Backrooms image since it sort of started the whole liminal trend online. And then skipping to the end, I want to end it with an abrupt cut to black, and then just this sinister "you are alone." And again, since this is on a VHS, we have a hard cut to the white screen that shows up at the end of a lot of VHS tapes. And then as far as music goes, I'm just gonna kind of lift some famous liminal tracks offline. So for example, this one, we got Yeah, that one. You guys all know that one, right? I'm not gonna play the songs in full on this video as I'm, you know, fully monetized on YouTube, but the compilation is being posted on this YouTube channel the same day as this video, so link to the full compilation will be down in the description below. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna edit this whole compilation together. I'm not sure what order the pictures are gonna go in or how long each picture will show up on screen for. I haven't really nailed that down yet, but I'm gonna go ahead, do my thing, and get this montage edited. Alright, now we get to the fun part of putting this thing on VHS. This is going to be a two-part process. First part is getting this on the tape, and then the second part will be getting the VHS back onto a file on the computer. So as you can see, I added my music. I got the rest of it done. This is the completed file here, the HD full quality version, and then up on the TV I have it connected to the VCR, which I'll show you guys how I did right now. So here we have the VCR going out into the TV as usual, but then I have this AV cable here going out into this handy dandy HDMI to AV adapter. Then that has an HDMI in, which then goes out into the dongle for my Mac, and that is how we are getting this connection here. Now, lucky me, I found this sealed blank tape at a Goodwill a few months ago, so this will be what I'm using to put the Liminal Space compilation on. Now, I made a much better, more high-quality video of digital files to VHS, which I'll link down in the description, or you guys can find it. However, I decided to do it, but what I did with this file is I put a little bit of black at the beginning as a sort of leading film, a leading reel. And then as far as recording goes, I don't know if I should do SP or SLP. I might do both since it's a pretty small file, but I'll go ahead, I'll get back to you guys on that. Alright, so we're gonna give it a second there to just kind of sit in darkness, and then that's probably long enough, so we will go down here and we will hit the stop button. We're going to go ahead and go back to line 1, and we are going to disconnect this from my computer so that way we can see what the actual tape looks like. That way we're not dealing with any interference or any foul play from my end. This is a real bona fide VHS tape, and just for the extra vibe, we're going to turn out the light. Alright, so we're gonna hit play and then start to rewind just to see. I did record it in SLP and then SP mode, SP being the highest quality format, and then SLP being the lowest, just to kind of give us an idea. And we are going to hit play, see how it looks. This is the SP version right here. Doesn't look too bad, so there we go. I don't know what all the flickering is about, but... Okay, part 2 of the setup is when we get the Liminal Space compilation that is now on VHS as a file on my laptop. So what I do here is from the VHS, I have it into this adapter here, AV to HDMI, since this TV does not have AV. HDMI out, going into this 4K capture card that I have. You can see it is going in there, and the capture card is powered by the dongle, which is powered by my laptop. And I just went into QuickTime for a new movie recording, and you select USB video and USB digital audio. And this is how I'm able to see what's happening on the VCR. You can see I have the remote here. I'm able to go to the menu, all that stuff. So we are going to go ahead and begin recording on here, like so. You can see it is running, and we are going to hit play on the VCR. As you can see, it is going. Then we will wait for this to pop up. There's the music. We go ahead and turn it up. So yeah, there we go. I mean, I'll have to hit the menu button again to get rid of all that stuff, the timer and everything, but this is part 2, so I'm just going to let this play out now, and yeah, I'll catch back with you guys whenever this file is completed on my laptop. So, upon completing that QuickTime recording from the capture card, I now present to you the finished product. So this is just a brief excerpt of the VHS compilation itself. The music has been muted because of copyright, but again, if you want to watch the full uncut compilation without voiceover, it is linked in the description below. I ended up going with the SLP mode because the quality difference between SP and SLP was negligible. Just to repeat, I initially wanted to make a video where I took my own liminal space pictures. I actually wanted to make it this past summer, but I took up a full-time job and I didn't really have the drive to work on anything YouTube related. Even now, I'm not sure how the video would be set up, if I would film it on my own, film it with other people, how many places I would go, stuff like that. I would like to make it someday in the future though. Even this video itself I wanted to make before 2024 ended, but here we are. Some things just don't go exactly as planned. As for now, this video on the channel will show my love for liminality. I love looking at liminal pictures, a shameless plug again for my own that I've taken. My brother also does some urban exploring and photography, including some liminal stuff. He posts them on his Instagram, so go follow him if you're into that. And with that, I guess that's about it from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the full compilation in the description. Feel free to look at some of my other VHS content, and thanks for sticking around until the end. I'm gonna be so for real, the next video I have planned isn't gonna come out until November because it's an anniversary video. I'm sure there's gonna be at least 3 or 4 videos to come out between now and then, but what they are and when exactly they'll come out is beyond me. Even still, I hope to catch you guys in the next one, whenever that may be. See you later.